Welcome to our investigation series, where we delve into historical events that were labeled as accidents but leave us questioning the truth. Today, we'll dive deep into the tragic tale of Floyd Collins, a renowned cave explorer. Was his death merely an unfortunate accident, or is there more to the story? Join us as we conduct a thorough investigation to uncover if Floyd's demise was truly an accident or a cleverly concealed crime. Floyd Collins was no ordinary cave explorer. Born on July 20, 1887, in Barron County, Kentucky, Floyd's passion for caving led him to become one of the most skilled and daring spelunkers of his time. His numerous expeditions into Kentucky's vast cave systems earned him a reputation as an expert. But on January 30, 1925, Floyd's adventurous spirit would lead him to a grim fate that would spark national interest and leave behind a lingering question. Was his death truly an accident, or was there more to the story? Floyd's fascination with caves began at a young age. Growing up near the Mammoth Cave system, he spent countless hours exploring the underground world. His dream was to find a new cave entrance that could attract tourists and bring financial success to his family. But this dream would turn into a nightmare in the depths of Sand Cave. On that fateful day, Floyd Collins entered Sand Cave with a mission. He was determined to find that elusive entrance. As he navigated through a narrow passage about 55 feet underground, a large rock suddenly dislodged and pinned his leg, trapping him in a position that would soon capture the nation's attention. But was it just a tragic accident? Questions arise when considering the circumstances surrounding the incident. How did such a large rock come loose in an area Floyd had presumably assessed for safety? Floyd was an experienced caver, well aware of the risks and the stability of his surroundings. Could it be that someone intentionally caused the rock to fall, knowing it would trap him? As we delve deeper into Floyd Collins' story, we'll examine the evidence and uncover whether his death was truly an accident or something far more sinister. On January 30, 1925, Floyd Collins entered Sand Cave with high hopes. He was an experienced caver, familiar with the cave's layout and aware of its dangers. Yet, as he crawled through a narrow passage about 55 feet underground, a large rock dislodged and pinned his leg. This unfortunate event has long been labeled an accident, but let's scrutinize the details more closely. The rock that trapped Floyd was substantial, requiring considerable force to move. As an expert spelunker, Floyd would have been cautious of any unstable formations. This raises a critical question: how did such a large rock come loose at that exact moment? Could it have been dislodged intentionally? Witnesses who were with Floyd earlier in the day noted that he was alone when the rock fell. This isolation means there were no eyewitnesses to confirm or deny if someone else was in the cave with him. Additionally, Floyd's brother Homer was nearby but not with him at the critical moment. Homer's actions and timeline on that day warrant a closer look. Could someone have known Floyd's plan and taken the opportunity to ensure he wouldn't make it out alive? The positioning and weight of the rock suggest that it wasn't merely a random occurrence. Furthermore, the subsequent rescue efforts fraught with delays and mishaps add to the mystery. Was there a deliberate effort to hinder the rescue, ensuring Floyd's predicament turned fatal? As we continue, we'll explore the rescue operations and scrutinize the unusual delays and potential negligence that followed. Could these be signs of foul play, pointing to a more sinister motive behind Floyd Collins' tragic end? Stay tuned as we dive deeper into this historical mystery. The rescue efforts for Floyd Collins were nothing short of chaotic. Despite the tireless work of rescue teams, the operation was marked by suspicious delays and potential negligence that raise more questions than answers. From the outset, the rescue was plagued by inefficiencies that hint at something more sinister at play. When Floyd's brother, Homer Collins, discovered the entrapment, he quickly sought help. However, it took an unusually long time for a full rescue team to assemble and begin their work. Homer left Floyd in the cave on January 30 and didn't return with substantial help until days later. This delay is puzzling, especially considering the urgency of the situation. Was Homer truly doing everything in his power to save his brother, or was there a reason for the prolonged response? As rescue efforts got underway, the narrowness of the passage and the instability of the cave proved challenging. Yet, experienced rescuers struggled to make progress, often citing logistical issues. Reports suggest that at times communication between rescuers and Floyd was inconsistent, with long periods of silence. These gaps in communication could have been exploited to create the illusion of ongoing efforts while ensuring Floyd's situation remained dire. Moreover, the harsh winter weather added to the difficulty, but the extent of these delays seems disproportionate even considering the conditions. Was there someone within the rescue team, or perhaps external influencers, who had a vested interest in Floyd's continued entrapment? Adding to the suspicion, some of the rescue methods employed were questionable. The decision to widen the narrow passage to reach Floyd was fraught with risks, leading to further collapses and complications. Were these genuinely unavoidable consequences, or were they deliberate acts to prolong the rescue and seal Floyd's fate? As we delve further into the story, the role of the media frenzy surrounding the event becomes crucial. The intense coverage brought national attention, but also added pressure and scrutiny to the rescue efforts. Did this media circus inadvertently aid in a cover up, distracting the public from asking the right questions? Join us next as we explore the media's influence on the rescue and how public perception was shaped during this tragic event. Could the relentless media coverage have been a tool in obscuring the truth behind Floyd Collins' death? The story of Floyd Collins' entrapment quickly captured national attention, transforming the rescue site into a media spectacle. Reporters from across the country flocked to Sand Cave, providing daily updates and turning the incident into one of the first major media circuses of the 20th century. But amidst the flood of information, was the media frenzy aiding the rescue efforts, or was it obscuring a darker reality? The intense media coverage brought unprecedented public attention, putting pressure on the rescuers and possibly influencing their decisions. The daily reports kept the nation on edge, eagerly awaiting news of Floyd's fate. This constant scrutiny may have created an environment where certain actions and decisions were made to appease public opinion rather than ensure an efficient rescue. Interestingly, the media's presence also had a financial aspect. Local businesses and vendors saw an opportunity in the influx of reporters and spectators. This economic boost might have led some to prefer the prolongation of the event, keeping the media circus alive as long as possible. Was there a deliberate attempt to delay the rescue to maintain this profitable situation? Moreover, the media coverage often highlighted the heroism and tireless efforts of the rescuers, creating a narrative that focused on their dedication. This could have been a strategic move to divert attention from the inefficiencies and possible sabotage within the rescue operations. By glorifying the rescue attempts, the media helped shape public perception, potentially masking any underlying foul play. As we continue, we'll examine the tragic end of Floyd Collins and the subsequent discovery of his body. Were there signs of foul play that the media overlooked or chose to ignore? Stay with us as we uncover the final chapter of this harrowing tale and explore the possibility that Floyd's death was not merely an accident but a carefully orchestrated crime. After 17 grueling days of rescue efforts, hope for Floyd Collins' survival dwindled. On February 16, 1925, rescuers finally reached him, only to discover that he had succumbed to the elements. The official cause of death was exposure, starvation, and thirst. However, several details surrounding his death warrant further scrutiny and raise the possibility of foul play. Firstly, the positioning of Floyd's body was unusual. His head was resting on a rock, suggesting he had attempted to keep himself upright to avoid suffocation in the narrow passage. This position indicates that Floyd was alive and conscious for a significant portion of his entrapment. If this is the case, why did communication with him become sporadic, and why did he appear to have been left alone for extended periods? Additionally, the conditions of the cave and the surrounding rescue site point to potential tampering. Reports from some rescuers noted disturbances in areas that had previously been stable. Could someone have deliberately altered the cave environment to complicate rescue efforts and ensure Floyd's demise? Further suspicion arises from the autopsy findings. While exposure, starvation, and thirst were cited as causes of death, there were also signs of physical trauma that seemed inconsistent with the initial rockfall. Bruising and abrasions on Floyd's body suggest he might have endured additional injuries while trapped. Were these injuries the result of desperate attempts to free himself, or did someone inflict them to hasten his death? As we reflect on Floyd's tragic end, the evidence points to more than just an unfortunate accident. The delays, unusual body positioning, and additional injuries all hint at a sinister possibility. Was Floyd Collins' death a carefully orchestrated crime masked by the chaotic rescue efforts and media frenzy? In the final segment, we'll explore the aftermath and legacy of Floyd Collins' story, highlighting the unanswered questions and lingering suspicions that keep this mystery alive to this day. Following Floyd Collins' tragic death, his body was finally recovered 2 months later and laid to rest in the family cemetery. However, the story didn't end there. The circumstances surrounding his entrapment and death have continued to spark debates and theories for nearly a century. Could it be that Floyd Collins was not a victim of mere misfortune, but of a sinister plot? The official narrative focused on the heroic rescue efforts and the challenges faced by those attempting to save Floyd. Yet, the lingering questions about the delays, the peculiarities of the incident, and the potential for foul play have kept this case shrouded in mystery. In the years following his death, Floyd Collins' story has been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and even a musical. Each retelling brings forth new theories and interpretations, keeping the debate alive. Was there someone who stood to benefit from Floyd's demise? Could financial or personal motives have driven someone to ensure he never emerged from Sand Cave? Homer Collins, Floyd's brother, often depicted as a tireless hero, faced scrutiny for his actions during the rescue. The timeline of his efforts, the decisions he made, and the apparent delays all raise questions about his true role. Was he simply overwhelmed by the situation, or was there something more sinister at play? The media frenzy that surrounded the event also played a crucial role in shaping public perception. By focusing on the dramatic rescue attempts and the emotional human interest angle, the media may have inadvertently or intentionally obscured critical aspects of the case. As we conclude, we reflect on Floyd Collins' legacy, a tale of adventure, tragedy, and mystery. His story serves as a poignant reminder of the dangers of exploration and the enduring allure of the unknown. Yet, it also stands as a testament to the human spirit's determination and the unending quest for truth. Floyd Collins' death may remain a mystery, but the questions it raises continue to intrigue and compel us to seek answers.